Well, less than a year to go, and as soccer fans get excited about the forthcoming World Cup in South Africa, there's an opportunity for artists to get involved too. For the first time in FIFA World Cup history, a South African company has been licensed to commission and sell art relating to the World Cup itself. 2010 Fine Art aims to promote not just art from South Africa, but to break through the stereotypes of what constitutes African art. It'll work on two levels. An international exhibition featuring artists from all 32 World Cup qualifying countries, as well as a show solely by African artists. I caught up with two of them, Kenya's Taju and South Africa's Gavin, as well as Rob Spaull, the general manager of 2010 Fine Art. He told me just how big this art project was going to be.
It's hopefully going to match the scale of the World Cup, which, as you know, is the most watched sporting event on the planet. So we're trying to find a way of creating a project that would do that justice. What we've done is we've divided our project into two halves. There's the 2010 International Fine Art Collection, and in that collection we have 5 of the leading contemporary artists from each of the 32 countries that qualify to participate in the tournament next year. So that's 160 artists, and they are producing a single piece each. Then we have the 2010 African Fine Art Collection, where we've invited artists from around the continent to submit to us original works that would lend themselves to limited edition reproductions. And that's a much more mixed medium project in the sense that there's sculpture, photographs, etchings, woodcuts, paintings, you name it, ceramics. And then, as you mentioned, we're planning for the international collection 32 simultaneous exhibitions globally in the period leading up to the World Cup in the 32 countries that are actually competing.
Well, you mentioned the African collection. You've got with you one of the African artists who's going to be involved in that, Gavin. Gavin, what does the World Cup mean to you? Was this an unusual request to come up with artwork for a sporting event?
Possibly the most unusual request in my career. But, you know, I thought about it for a while, and I realized one thing, that there is a common denominator here, and that everybody loves art and everybody loves sport. And they're the two things that unite everybody. I mean, everybody can appreciate them. And bringing the two together, I think, is actually a fantastic idea and also a great opportunity for all of us.
Give us a bit of a scoop, a preview. What are you going to be doing? I know your work often involves images hidden within other images. Yeah. Are we going to get something similar from you for the World Cup?
Basically, I've taken every competing country's flag and converted it to sort of a set of dots. And then I've used sort of that to create a larger image, which should be quite interesting.
Sounds fascinating. Rob, what are you hoping will come of this event? Obviously, it's about art and displaying art around the world, but there's another agenda, isn't there?
I think a lot of times when people come to Africa, their experience of African art tends to be somewhat limited in kitsch beadwork or lopsided wooden giraffes or, you know, African drums. And the reality is there's such a wealth of talent within the African continent in the spheres of fine art and visual arts. And we wanted to give that opportunity and use the platform of the World Cup to expose that artwork to the rest of the world.
Well, another of those being featured in the exhibition is the Kenyan painter Taju, who joins me on the phone now from Durban. Taju, tell me about the work you've done for this exhibition. It's paintings of cows. The title, Cows Love Football Too.
Yes.
Why cows?
Basically, it's because I grew up in a farm where there were lots of cows, and wherever we could play soccer around the field, the cows were looking over us as we were playing soccer. Now, I turn it the other way around, where they are playing soccer and we're watching them.
Are they very good footballers, these cows? I mean, they look as if, in the painting, they look as if they're enjoying themselves. They've got these big eyes, very happy faces, the long curved horns, and they appear to be heading a football.
Yes, because I put one eye because they work as a team. They all depending on each other.
How important an opportunity is this for artists like yourself? Your painting is going to be seen around the world now.
Yes. I believe football originated in Africa. So as an artist, I hope that this collection will mark this massive event as a memorable one, and the collection may encourage more World Cup opportunities to be held here.
Now, if you grew up with dancing, football-playing cows, I assume you're a football fan yourself.
Yes, I am. Because since I was a kid, I was still playing soccer, and up to now, I'm still practicing, but I'm not a professional soccer player. I prefer sticking to painting.
Are you looking forward to the World Cup?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. So far, I've been heard that Kenya I don't think it will make it to the World Cup, but we're really, really trying because I think we have best players there.
Rob, Taju's obviously a football fan. Have you deliberately gone for artists who've got a passion for football?
Not all of them are actually football fans. In fact, a few have actually expressed to us the concern that not being massively involved in football or knowledgeable about football, they were wondering what level of contribution they would be able to make. What we've done is we've created 3 inspirations that we've asked our artists to take on board in their works. The first is this renewed focus on Africa, this return of the world to the home of mankind in Africa. The second is the passion and the enthusiasm of the world's largest sporting event, which has a dynamic all of its own. And then finally, their own national pride from their country's perspective in this kind of a tournament and in this participation.
Can you give us an idea of the sort of names that you might be working with?
Within the international collection, as I've mentioned, the challenge is that we're still unsure which are the 32 countries that will qualify. But having said that, we've approached artists in the countries we believe most likely. So out of the 32 countries, we have artists already contracted in 14 of those countries, and they range from Brazil and Argentina, South Korea, Japan, Ghana, Nigeria, the Netherlands, Australia. Some of the names you might recognize, perhaps from England, you might recognize Peter Phillips, the father of modern British pop art. Paul Goodnight from the United States.
You're confident England's going through, are you?
Of course.
With the quality of the work we've got from Peter Phillips, I certainly hope so.
We'll have a word with the manager in that case. The artwork's good, you've got to get the football right. No pressure then. Rob Spaull from 2010 Fine Art, and no doubt examples of their work will find their way to a gallery, T-shirt or coffee mug near you by the time the tournament begins next June. And in a parallel universe, wouldn't it be great to see the Kenyan cows not only compete, but actually lift the cup? Well, from footballing cows to music for Colombian cattle ranchers now.